This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for Friday, November 1st, 2024. I'm Mark Mazurik. A company in Batesville that has developed a mattress barrier for beds in healthcare settings has raised $6 million in funding. Trinity Guardian has successfully raised that money to accelerate the production and commercialization of the innovative Sotera bed barrier system. The Sotera bed barrier acts as a protective layer between the bed and the patient, preventing soiling and reducing the risk of infections. Bruce Rippey, founder and CEO of Trinity Guardian, said it also helps extend the life of hospital mattresses.
The industry has experienced a lot of challenges, particularly since COVID, related to mattresses failing because of the disinfectants that hospitals have been forced to use to protect patients. And it's because of that process that the market has become much more sensitive to the issues of infections that can arise from hospital beds.
Rippey said the company has seen significant growth since getting FDA clearance in late 2022. A new center for nonprofit activity is coming to Shelbyville thanks to Ready Grant funding. The IEDC announced this week it's providing $1 million for a new center in Shelby County that will host multiple different nonprofits and social services. The total cost for the project is $8.5 million, and construction is scheduled to start in June of next year. The goal of the center is to combine multiple community organizations in one space so those in need can more easily navigate service offerings from housing to food insecurity to transportation. The project will convert a vacant 30,000 square foot building on the south side of Shelbyville into office and meeting spaces, play areas for children, showers, a computer lab, and a food pantry. Healthy Shelby County will operate the center. The IEDC estimates the nonprofit center will open in 2026. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Indiana, your bold future starts here. IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to the Engage Indiana series, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. With an unrelenting focus on growing Indiana's economy, our Engage Indiana events take place in every region of the state. Discover when we'll be in your area at ibj.com/engage.
The Indiana Fever have hired Stephanie White as the team's next coach. The hiring returns White to Indianapolis, where she was the Fever's head coach from 2015 to 2016 before she left to run Vanderbilt University's women's basketball program. The Fever announced White's hiring on Friday after announcing they had fired second-year head coach Christy Sides on Sunday. White herself won the 2023 WNBA Coach of the Year award, but became a free agent Monday when she was fired by the Connecticut Sun following her second season as that team's head coach. The Sun swept the Fever in the first round of this year's playoffs, but lost in the semifinals in both of her seasons at the helm. Love Story and Shake It Off blared from speakers on Monument Circle Friday as Indianapolis prepared for the arrival of Taylor Swift. The series of concerts is a great opportunity for Indianapolis's tourism agency to sell the city to nearly 24 prospective convention clients. The effort from Visit Indy is set to bring in executives from 45 groups, most of them ones that have either never hosted an event in Indianapolis or have previously met once but have not returned. The schedule for the visitors will include immersive tours of the city with a focus on downtown, lunches and dinners, and seats in Visit Indy's Lucas Oil Stadium suite for one of Taylor Swift's shows. To read more about what's going on in Indianapolis as Taylor Swift visits, head to ibj.com. The Indiana Chamber of Commerce on Friday unveiled the list of entrants in this year's Coolest Things Made in Indiana competition. A record 90 companies from more than 50 cities are taking part in this year's event, nearly double the field from last year. The online bracket-style tournament allows Hoosiers to vote for their favorites in the contest, which runs through early December. Chamber leaders say the contest is a chance to showcase the variety of manufacturing that's taking place in the state. For a full list of entrants, head to InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Pro volleyball is coming to Indianapolis with the team Indy Ignite. Ignite President and General Manager M.K. Hughes is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast hosted by Gary Dick, presented by PNC. A weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Mark Mazurik for Inside Indiana Business Radio On Demand.